This is the Turcom Bluetooth outdoor speaker. Now they include with this, of course, the charging cable and instructions, but this is a uniquely shaped bottle type speaker, and they also include a carabiner clip here for being able to clip it onto something, such as a backpack or whatever. And this is one of the most unique shaped speakers I've seen. As you can see, it looks, like I said, a giant water bottle. And it's even the size where it could actually fit in a bottle carrier on a bike if you so choose to do so. It's a very unique design, and Turcom indicates that this speaker is shockproof, and it is well protected. It's got a silicone kind of rubberized shell around all of it that is pretty protective. And I did intentionally drop it a couple times and toss it around just to see how well it worked, and it continued to play without an interruption. So it is pretty tough and well protected with this silicone casing around it. It also says it's water resistant, and it will hold up to being splashed, although of course with the nature of being a speaker, as you can see, the grills there are open. So it wouldn't handle being dropped in a body of water, and probably would not survive that very well. The speaker itself has 5 buttons. As you can see, there's the power button, the answer hang up, the play pause, and the volume buttons, which are all separate and clearly marked, and nice large size, easy to use. The opposite side of it has little small legs. You can see that you can set this down on its side so it doesn't roll around, when you're using it. So you could either, play it like that or sit it down like that, either one, so it doesn't move around. The bottom of the speaker also has an auxiliary port and the micro charging cable port that's hidden under a little protective cover as well, that keeps it from being, damaged by dirt or water or whatever. Now this speaker does take a bit of time to charge fully. It's about 6 hours when it's completely drained. But it does give you about 10 hours or so of playtime depending on the volume level. Now pairing is pretty easy with this. Like most speakers, you just hit the power button.
Power on.
As you
Bluetooth ready for connection. Bluetooth connected.
As you can hear, it does that. It lets you know that it's ready to pair, and then when it's paired, it lets you know that it's paired up. And I had no issues with pairing up with my Android phone. And as you could hear, the male voice, which is unusual. A lot of times it's a female voice, but in this case, this one's a male voice. But the speaker's Bluetooth range is actually very good. I walked as far away as I could on the same floor of my home, and this played without any interruption. So the Bluetooth range is very good with this speaker. Musically, this speaker sounds also very good, with good clear instrumentation and vocals, and surprisingly a good amount of bass. I couldn't detect any distortion at high volume, and the bass was pretty boomy at high volume for this speaker as well. I don't normally play speakers through my webcam, as the webcam mic really wouldn't do it justice. But it's a pretty good sounding musically playing speaker. The speaker's phone call capability was also decent as well. The calls were clear and sounded pretty good on both ends. I had no issues, as some have indicated on their reviews, with voice commands through my speaker on my Android phone. So, whether that's an issue with Apple phones in relation to that, or whether they had another issue altogether, I'm not sure. But I didn't have that issue with this speaker. I did find that the ring of the speaker for incoming calls was a little low in volume, though. Although for me, the telephone function isn't going to be my primary use for this speaker. Overall, this is a very tough, solid speaker that's good for hiking or biking, where it might get bounced around without worrying it might damage the speaker. I mean, I tested that by dropping it and tossing it around a little bit just to see what it would do while it was playing, and it didn't affect it. The sound is surprisingly good musically with good volume and decent sounding bass, and I give this 5 stars.